Okay, so to get this side cover off, we have four screws. One, two, three, four. Okay, so now we need to get the flywheel off. We're gonna check the auto advance timing mechanism, which is on the inside here. When I had this flywheel off before, and everything inside was kind of gunky. I was worried about I was looking at the electronics then. So now we're gonna just clean everything up. Okay, so we need to hold this flywheel. Let's get this on here. Now this nut is counterclockwise to loosen, which is the opposite. Oh. And that is a 19 millimeter nut on there. Got a nice big breaker bar, make it easy for us. That's got to be on there. I think the manual says 40 foot-pounds on there. Okay, so we can take this off. Now this probably won't just pull off. Yeah. Okay. So what you want to get yourself is a set of flywheel pullers. So this is a 19 millimeter. It's got threads on the outside of it, and then a bolt that threads onto the inside. Well, the outside threads, there are threads on this metal plate. So this will thread on here, and this is regular threads. So we'll run that in until it bottoms out, and we'll back it off slightly. Now, when we thread this one in, we're gonna bottom it out against that shaft there. And what we do is we'll hold this. So we got that on there, and as we tighten, the bolt will push against the shaft, pulling the what do you call it? Pulling the flywheel off. There we go. And it pulls it right off.
A few moments later.
Okay, so this centerpiece, as this crankshaft rotates around, um, the flywheel rotates with it, and on the inside there, this is a cam, so you can kind of tell part of it is taller than the other. So as it rotates around, um, as it gets higher, it activates right here. So it pushes on this and opens the points, and the relationship of when that opens versus the magnets on the flywheel going around the coils of wire dictates when your spark plug produces a spark. So that relationship needs to change based on RPMs and what you need the bike to do. So this there's a mechanism on here where this inside will activate and it'll rotate and shift and change that relationship. So that mechanism was a bit gummed up. And my thinking was that since it wasn't a smooth operation, it wasn't getting back to a low RPM range setting for its timing, and that's why I was having trouble accelerating in fourth gear. It seemed like on all the lower gears I was able to get the RPMs up very quickly, and that might have counteracted some of the issues I was having at low RPMs. So we'll have to put this back on and give it a ride and see how it goes.
Later.
Okay, so I pulled the carburetor off the bike. I had taken this off before and cleaned the jets a bit. Right now we're going to make sure we are getting good fuel delivery, so I'm going to disassemble this and we are going to soak it for a while. Really make sure, get it clean. You can see there's some buildup on the inside here. This is where the air filter comes off of there. That's where it attaches to the engine. So you can see that there's definitely buildup in there. So we're going to go ahead and try to clean this again. And I'm going to start pulling this apart. Okay, so we got the carburetor cleaned. I let it soak for a while. Took all the jets out, sprayed them down with carb cleaner. Part of why I wanted to do this was I put red coat on the inside of the tank. And some of the fuel, even though I let the tank sit and cure for several weeks after I put it in, as I was doing other stuff on the bike, some of the fuel was still, that I had in there, that first tank was still coming through a little pink, which you'll see why in the last video, why I ran out of gas. I was kind of trying to empty out the tank, and when I cleaned this and I let it soak in the mineral spirits, it was tinted a little bit of pink, so definitely cleaned some of that stuff up, which could have been giving me a bit of a fueling issue. So we're gonna get this back on the bike, and it's gonna be need to tune it again to get like the idle screws and, you know, all that set. So get that on the bike, and that's what we're gonna do now.
What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.